Since men don't approach women anymore, I guess I should start going up to men.
This is a question for the men. Why are we hating women?
And you wonder why so many men choose to be single.
It's Valentine's Day and 70% of men are choosing to stay single.
If the man is handsome, educated, has money, but still single, then what could be the problem?
You want to know why most good men remain single, myself included? It's because
all the time. If a girl isn't smashing you anymore, you need to kick her to the curb. She's useless to you. And I know that sounds awful to say it like that, but it's the same exact thing as a guy that's not willing to protect you. He's useless.
If the man is handsome, educated, has money, but still single, then what could be the problem?
She decided to start approaching men, then found every man has headphones in and won't look up. Another one is working 3 jobs and still drowning in credit card debt. And on Valentine's Day, 70% of men chose to stay single. Welcome back to the Modern Judge. Today's file has a full picture of where both sides ended up. Let's go.
Does anyone else feel like they're absolutely drowning financially? As a single 29-year-old woman, I have 3 jobs. And I'm still struggling.
Despite having 3 jobs, Jordan Skurha finds herself immersed in a financial crisis that is pushing her to the limit, both physically and mentally.
I feel like I'm drowning, and I don't know what to do.
She has used her credit card excessively, trying to maintain a good standard of living. But now, debts are suffocating her, and she doesn't know what to do with her life anymore.
And I'm just getting myself farther and farther into credit card debt because I don't have enough after the first of the month to avoid using it. It just isn't working.
3 jobs, still drowning. That is not a lazy woman. That is a woman working at maximum capacity and still falling behind. And the honest conversation that nobody wants to have is that 2 incomes in one household would solve the specific problem immediately. She is one partnership away from breathing. And the partnership market is exactly what this entire video is about.
Have you ever been in the same situation?
And you wonder why so many men choose to be single. Choose is a very strong word to use here. Because while yes, it's true, there are a lot more single men than there are single women, there's a big difference between correlation and causation. So let's take a look at this report from Time magazine to see what some of those reasons could actually be. Of the single men in question, almost a third of them live with a parent. They're more likely to be unemployed, financially fragile, and lack a college degree. They're also likely to make less money. So is it that these men are choosing to be single or that women are choosing not to be with them? Because in this day and age, women are allowed to have standards. We couldn't have standards before. I don't know if you know this, but it wasn't until 1974 that women were allowed to open a bank account without a man. It's almost as if the high value men have partners, the ones who have something to bring to the table, and those who are not are being left behind. I might be confused. Is it women that run the online incel community? I didn't think so. And as a successful woman online, it is so funny to me because I see these men come on here and they make comments like this. And in their real lives, I bet they pretend to like women, but then they come online and they let their true thoughts out. And honestly, it is fucking scary. The double standards, the disrespect, the belief that if a woman has anything in her life, a man must have given it to her. And if you could just get those 2 little brain cells bumping around in your head together for long enough to go online and look up this information, you'd see that statistically women are more educated, they are better savers, and they are better investors than men.
She made a valid point and then undermined it in the same paragraph. The men without jobs and money, she doesn't want them. Correct. But the men with jobs and money, she asked what their problem was at 016. Both groups are accounted for. One group she won't take. The other group she can't figure out. The gap between those 2 groups is where the 70% lives. Mid-video hook. Say this before next clip. But then she said something at the end of this video that accidentally explained everything. Stay with me.
Something that is not talked about enough is how there's going to be a population decline in like the next 10 years. Because there are so many beautiful men and women out there that are not dating anyone. I'm going to be talking about this from my point of view and from a girl's side. of things. Every single couple that I meet in today's age, they have met on a dating app. Now, once in a blue moon, do I hear like, oh, we were high school sweethearts or something? But for majority, no. It is all through a dating app. And for those people who are in relationships, shout out to you. Honestly, you're amazing. Good for you that like all these dating apps worked for you. But for a good chunk of individuals, dating apps just aren't the thing for everyone, no matter what the reason might be. Now, for myself, I hate texting. I feel as though that I am a big talker. So when I go on a dating app and like trying to start up a conversation and get to know someone via text does not work. The other option we have is to meet people organically, out and about in the real world. But honestly, that is very funny because it does not happen whatsoever. So this is where we're gonna see a population decrease because no one talks to each other anymore and like tries to make a move in person, if that makes sense. I'm 24 years old and I have never had a boyfriend. And I think I'm like the perfect case study for this entire topic because I am a girl who in high school was a part of sports teams, also was in the performing arts, was working like 3 jobs. And I went to a 4-year undergraduate university, dormed there, lived the whole college experience, went out and everything, had the whole shebang, rah, and nothing happened. Now I am 1 year post-grad, which is so freaking weird. And I have been at home in the same exact spot working. I work full-time as a bartender, the place where you think you would be able to meet people. And on top of it, I'm traveling, I'm going out, I'm living my best life. And nothing ever comes of it. Now, this isn't supposed to be like some sad sob story. I'm not the only one that this happens to. Like, I have so many friends that are in the same exact position. So to anyone feeling like you're the problem, it's not you, it's everyone. There is so many people in this world feeling the same exact way that I've never had a boyfriend. Am I weird for this? No, you're not. Something's in the air, and I feel like people are not pursuing it as much as they should be. Because nobody wants to be alone. Everyone would love to have a partner in life. And if we continue at this rate, we're simply gonna see a world where no one is in a relationship.
She is 24, has done everything correctly by every available measure. Sports, university, social job, travel, still nothing. And her conclusion, it's not you, it's everyone, is kind. It is also the conclusion that requires the least change. The harder conclusion, the one that produces different results, is somewhere in the gap between the life she is living and the life she is available for.
Being single as a man and only having to worry about yourself is very peaceful. Women are an expense. You have to provide for them and you have to take care of them. And in return, they don't do what they're supposed to do. They want to take, but they don't want to give. So it's better to stay single. And if you have one of those women who actually contributes to the relationship and you're happy with it, just make sure she doesn't make more money than you, because then she's going to resent you and leave your ass anyways. So you just can't win if you're in a relationship. The only way to win and be at peace and enjoy life is to be single as a man.
He arrived at the conclusion mathematically, ran every scenario. Woman earns less, he provides, she takes. Woman earns more, she resents him, she leaves. Both equations produce the same result. He removed the variable causing the loss and called it peace. That is not hatred. That is a man who did the calculation enough times to stop expecting a different answer.
Since men don't approach women anymore, I guess I should start going up to men. I live in a city, and literally anytime I'm walking anywhere, anytime I see a cute guy, it's always heads down, headphones in, he won't look at anyone. Literally no one is approachable anymore, no one looks at each other, everyone's heads down, and no one's smiling or just seems happy. Literally no one's socializing. What am I supposed to do? Chase a guy down the street that does not want to be bothered and ask him if he is single? I feel like I give off the most approachable vibes. I'm always smiling, looking pleasant, not looking at my phone. I don't wear my headphones. Literally never once. I've never been approached. Fucking get this. I was talking to a guy I matched with on Cuffed. We were talking on the phone, had the fucking best conversation ever. Ghost me. He literally ghosted me. Just now, if you have like a really good phone call with a guy you matched with on a dating app like Raya, Cuffed, Tinder, or whatever, I guess you just ghost them immediately. It's funny though, like on the phone when we were talking, I asked him if he like ever approaches a girl at a bar or in the street, and he was like, no, God, no. So I guess maybe that was just a red flag. That men forget that they literally have the power in the situation, so that's why everyone's single.
She removed the headphones, put the phone away, smiled at strangers, did every single thing the previous generation of women was doing when men were still approaching. And the man she had the best conversation of her dating life with ghosted her the next day, then confirmed on the same call that he doesn't approach women. He told her the truth before he disappeared. She just didn't hear it as a warning. She heard it as a red flag. It was both. Today's file had the 70% who chose Valentine's Day alone, the woman working 3 jobs and still drowning, the 24-year-old who did everything right and got nothing back, the man who ran every relationship scenario and chose peace, and the woman who took her headphones out, smiled at every man in the city, and the only one who spoke to her ghosted her by morning. The modern judge has one final note. Both sides are telling the truth. Both sides are in pain. The difference, one side made a video about it. The other side put their headphones in. See you in the next one.